Okay, step one, notify. I'm going to notify somebody, I assume. Who's that going to be? Supervisor.
Any affected?
Could be. There you go. Affected employees. Notify affected employees. Who are affected employees?
People near.
Working in the area.
Operator.
Operators. Those are the two definitions you'll find on the test. Operators, people working in the area. There are other affected employees. What if you're working night shift in the box shop and you're doing PMs and there's nobody there but you? You gonna lock it out?
Yes.
Okay. Now, who are you gonna notify?
Supervisor.
Next shift.
He's saying, okay, you know you're there.
Next shift.
Who are you gonna notify? Nobody.
Nobody. There's
There's
nobody's
nobody to
there.
notify. Right. No, honestly, this is what you have to wrap your head around, is that as an authorized employee, you must do all 6 of these steps, but you have to know when they don't apply. Okay? If this one doesn't apply to you, then, okay, you thought about it. I notify affected employees. No one's here. Next step. Right? That you have to understand. Don't get locked in, you know, is my point. But also don't skip steps if you need them. That's all. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Step one, we notify affected employees. The employees work in the area, may operate the equipment, might be your supervisor, might be absolutely nobody. Step two, we're going to identify all our energy sources. This is when you guys have to use your experience, your knowledge, and say, hey, tray former, box machine, in the box shop. There's an electrical disconnect, there's an air line, and it goes up here and stays there until something else happens. So I got electrical, I got pneumatics, and I got energy, a position, potential energy. They've got little bars that you can flip down to hold that thing up while you work on it. Okay? So you have to recognize, oh, those are the 3 things I need to worry about in this tray former. Tray former 1, whatever it is. Right? You need to worry about those 3 things. You need to know enough about it. What if you don't know?
Ask
So you're going to ask
Supervisor.
Ask James. Because you don't know. What if he doesn't know?
The operator. Operator usually knows whether machines.
He knows how to operate it, right? You may or may not know how to lock it out. Okay, he may have actually locked it out every day, so he might be a good source. Yeah, go there. What if you don't know? What if James doesn't know?
Go to your supervisor.
He is your supervisor.
Go to the line supervisor.
He's your top dog. He's maintenance supervisor. Okay, supervisor's not the answer. Go on.
Manual.
What?
Maintenance supervisor, if you can't get it to your supervisor don't know. You try to find somebody else.
Every machine comes with a book or a manual. Every one. In there it tells you how to do a lockout. Okay? Or an MS, now well not an MSDS, like an SOP, standard operating procedure. Right? And we will have written standard operating procedures. Have you written any yet?
One.
Okay, we're writing lockout, tagout SOPs. Says, Travis, I need you to go work on the Trivac. I go, I've never done that before. You hand me the SOP. On that SOP, it has where the electrical disconnect is, where the air disconnect is, what do you have to put bars in for gravity or something like that, right? On that SOP, it says what you need to do, how you need to do it.
Right.
So if you don't know, he doesn't know, you have no idea, ask, sure. But if you have to go find the procedure, there are procedures being written. There's over 1,000, I've been told, in utilities and rendering alone already. 1,000 procedures for out there. So, I'm pretty sure you're going to find one. So, all right. Identify your energy sources. Shut down the equipment. How do you do that?
Pull the plug.
Nope. Sorry, I made it too hard.
You go to the main power source and
Okay, that's pulling the plug. That's wrong too.
shut down the
Flip
equipment.
the switch off.
There you go. How do you shut the switch off? Which switches?
The main power source.
Nope, not the main power source. You're close.
Your operating switch.
Your operating switches. Shut this equipment down as the operator would shut it down. Because if you don't, if you go to the plug or the main power source, when you go to unlock it and you turn that back on and all these switches are on, this machine may or may not start automatically.
True. It
Okay.
may malfunction.
Right. So you want to be in control of the re-energization. To do that, everything has to be off. Okay? So shut it off by the normal start-stop stations, the normal procedure that you would shut it down, or the operator. which shuts down. Step 4, you deactivate your energy source. At this point, you turn your valves off, lock out a disconnect, let something down. Actually, that's a different step. You would deactivate your energy source, put your lock on it. This is releasing stored energy. So at this point, if there's a load up in the air, you can let it down. If you can't let it down, you've got to work here. Out on the dock plates, they're all hydraulically lifted up. All the electrical controls, all the pump, all the hoses, everything are under the dock plate. You can't work on it without that dock plate being straight up, ready to fall on your head.
Right.
So there's a steel bar you flip up, you put a pin through, you put your lock on it. That dock plate doesn't fall on you. So you're releasing or blocking. This should probably say also blocking stored energy, because you might just have to block it instead of releasing it. You might have gravity, elastic like springs, electric like capacitors, maybe some magnetics. I don't know exactly where that would be right now. You got nuclear potential maybe in your X-ray machine, possibly chemical. Step 6, in my opinion, the most important step, verify. Why do we do that for? Why?
You always want to thoroughly check so you don't.
If you didn't verify, there's no point of doing all the other
Exactly. If you don't verify that you got the right piece of equipment locked out, you might as well not even start it, right?
Right.
Okay, case in point, 4 weeks ago now, 4 weeks ago, I came in to help Tom Smith, because he's the electrician out here. All the scanners were cord connected with these really cheap blue disconnect plugs. What it is when you plug it in, then you turn it to actually turn the switch on.
Oh, okay.
So you turned it and then you can unplug it. So it's actually disconnected before you unplugged it or shut off. But they were just melt. I mean, they were turning to blobs of plastic, okay, because they get water and they couldn't drain out. So what we're doing is that we're taking those plugs off. So power source came from over there, came this plug and that plug and that plug. So like 3 different plugs,
Right.
because the disconnects were in the plugs. But then when that burned up, you had to shut all these 3 disconnects off. Well, that shut the entire ham line down, or the entire loin line down, which caused a humongous problem. So we were out there putting new disconnects on for every plug, okay, so we could walk one at a time out.
Right.
So we went upstairs to the panel room, and we looked at the schedule on the wall. We locked out, oh, it's breaker 19. So we went over there, we both were up there, we both locked it out. We put a clip on it, we put our hasp on it, put our locks on it. When we go downstairs, I had a leather glove on, and I grabbed it and went, son of a bitch. Because it was.
Wow.
Okay? I said, Tom, this is still hot. This is how I know. Right? So we go over there, we look at it, and it's like, we take it apart with our gloves on, we put a meter on it. Yeah, sure. It's got 480 volts to it. So we go back up to the panel room, he's downstairs to the radio, and I'm upstairs to the radio, and we start flipping breakers. Nope, 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 yep, that's it. Oh, they wired it different or they labeled it different.
So did you guys like change out any wire for that or no?
Did we fix the problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, we relabeled it. So it is right now.
That's crazy.
But,
man.
I mean, if I just tore into that without checking it,
It could have been more of a disaster.
yeah, I mean, but that's not the only time that's happened up here already. So, don't just assume that this tag, this number on this disconnect, this water valve, whatever it is
Double check to make
is
sure.
perfect. I bet you've run into it. Anywhere.
Many times. Battery shop.
Okay?
A couple PLCs upstairs that we ran into.
Yeah, I mean, they don't pay the highest, when they're building the place, the guy that puts them stickers on, he's not the highest paid guy out there.
Right.
Okay, so sometimes you just don't care. Right? Okay, so, not that I don't trust any of you guys, but I'm trusting you guys, so I'm gonna check it, all right?
Right.
All right. Oh, we're good. So who does the authorized employee notifying step in the first step? Step 1.
All the above.
Exactly. The answer is what? Is affected employees, right?
Yeah.
But that's the definition of affected employees. That's how the questions on the test are too. The
Trick
answer is
question.
affected employees, but they don't give you that as an answer. They give you the
Trick question.
definition of affected employees.
They give you a trick question.
Right, it's kind of trick. Trick. So re-energizing, you're done working on it, now you want to go back to work. These are on the test in this order. I'm going to write these down. All right, we start with remove. We do notify check. We verify, we remove something else. We re-energize and we notify again. Good Lord. Anyway, what do you think remove step 1 is?
Remove
And,
lock.
hold on. There's a prize. What's it going to be? It's going to be again, Gordon.
Now,
Get
what's
it
the
right.
question? What's the question?
What do we remove in step 1?
Your lock.
All right. Tacky buzzer. Nope. not it.
Oh, that's good. Remove all your tools.
There, now you got it. All right. Clean up your area. Remove all your tools. Remove your tools. Clean up your area. Put the guards back on.
Yep.
Okay? But what are you going to do now? You're going to go up to the file room, take your lock off, turn it back on. You're going to come back downstairs. And if you left the guard off, right? So put the guards back on. When I was working on the slope, I was an electrical field engineer up there, and we had the construction crew, we had quality control, and we had quality assurance. So 3 different groups had to look at every piece of equipment before you could energize it, or turn it on, or do anything to it, right? We put in a 75 kVA transformer. The electrician left his crescent wrench phase to phase on top. Inside, we buttoned it all up. Those 3 groups looked at it, we powered it up, and boom, all the magic smoke came out.
That's what we ended up.
Magic smoke.
Right? That's what we call it. You guys didn't know that?
Yes.
Remove.
Who knows magic smoke? Magic smoke. What's the magic smoke?
Magic smoke is when it's working, but it doesn't work correctly because you blew it up.
Yeah. When it starts to burn, that's magic smoke. That magic smoke needs to stay inside your electrical equipment. Make sure it stays inside. So, I don't know. I guess that's an electrical term. Kids didn't know what I call that. Don't let the magic smoke out. That's the key. You know that, right? No? As long as the magic smoke stays in, your equipment's good to go.
That must be been a term back in the day.
Yeah, I'm old. You're right. All right. Notify, check your area. Who are you going to notify?
Operator.
Affected people.
Affected employees. Check operator.
Employees.
Employees in the area. Check your area. What do you mean check your area?
Make sure you got everything picked up and everything's good to run.
In the run. What else are you checking for? You actually clean up your area, check and make sure.
Nothing has left on the
Bell
machine, so
safety,
make sure the
back in order.
machine area is clear. We'll
Yeah.
start up.
Okay, good. There's other things I'm looking for. Anybody back here? No? Hazard guess?
No,
People?
No.
People. You're looking for people.
Oh, when you start up. Yeah.
Where was Dave Davis?
He was in the,
Did anybody check the area?
Right.
Nope.
Nobody checked the area. They checked the area, they said, hey, shit, Dave, we gotta wait. Right? Dave be alive, Dave still be working his whole career, but no, he's not.
Question, that was the actual footage of...
Actual footage from the cardio plant, actual footage. Yeah, real footage.
That's crazy.
That's why I like to show it, it's real. It doesn't really show gory stuff, but it's real.
That happened before Tyson. I mean, his name got killed from hydraulics.
All right, check your area. Maybe someone put a loaded pallet right here where this machine now does this job. And you start it up and it's going to start rotating and then it's going to hit the piece of equipment and it'll destroy itself. Whatever. Maybe it'll hit somebody. Maybe someone's standing there. Who knows, right? So check your area. Make sure you're not going to hurt anybody or break anything. Verify. What is this? What am I doing?
Verifying all switches are in the off position.
Exactly. Those switches you tried when you went to test it to make sure it didn't work, make sure you turn them back off. So if I do this lockout tag out, and I go, okay, I'm gonna shut it off and lock it out and do all my work, and I go to test it, oh yeah, it's still okay, good, I can do my work. But I don't push that back in before I re-energize this whole thing. You know, this one doesn't work that way, but if it did, if it's a maintained switch, it can just start up by itself.
Right, there you go.
Verify your switches and your controls are still in the off position. Remove your lockout tagout device. This is when you take your lock off. This is when you re-energize it, turn it back on. And then the last thing you do is notify. Who are we going to notify?
Affected people.
Affected employees, right? Let them know, hey, I'm done here. You guys go back to work. Or supervisor, send these guys to break. You can bring them back out of lunchroom, put them back on the line, whatever you gotta do. So notify the affected employees, notify your boss, let them know what's going on. Affected employees must be notified when?
You.
Check. Number 2, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Number 3, yes or no?
All
Yes.
the above.
Number 4,
Yes.
yes.
All the above.
All the above. Seems like we do a lot of talking here, right? It's all about communication though, right? We saw the video, nobody
Yeah.
communicated.
No.
Communicated would have eliminated that problem, even without a lock, honestly, without a lock, communication would have solved that problem.
Right, because you would have checked earlier.
Exactly. All right, that's really the end of the PowerPoint. I go back through, we hit a few points. You guys can catch up on any notes you want. OSHA requires Seaboard Triumph Foods to have a step-by-step written plan. We do, it's the policy in front of you. Employees must have approved devices. You will be issued locks, just like this, depending on your area, the color. You will get annual